is Sasha here, Demigod Ascendancy, with guest interviewer Phil from Austria. We're completely honored to have this opportunity to interview the sickest fucking band probably from New York, other than New Jersey. Let me not get beat up or anyone. Mortal Decay.
Throw you off that though.
And right beside me is John Pellini.
Yes, Johnny Pellini.
Johnny Pellini. Yeah. I almost said that wrong. And Joe Gordon. And is this their second time playing Las Vegas Death Fest?
Yes. We did. We first came out and played in 2014, and that was with our other singer Kelly Scared.
And you're liking this venue over that one?
Yeah,
better sound.
I was here last year and hung out, and I think overall it was better. The way they had it run, back and forth stages and stuff, really tight time-wise.
Pretty smooth, and then doesn't push the slots later.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you guys absolutely destroyed it last night.
Thanks, guys.
And you played, I think, one more Forensic song than Chicago.
Yeah.
So that was a treat, because that's like, if not one of our favorite death metal albums of all time.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go to the beginning, if you don't mind. I know you weren't in the first couple demos, but how did that all come about? Like when you first met the guys, like the situation.
Well, it's interesting. It was around 91, March of 91. I used to work at a gas station, and Anthony Ibri. Sorry.
No worries.
Anthony Ibri and Anthony DiVincenzi asked me to try out, and at the time they were kind of like a punk band, thrashing,
cool,
like a punk thrash crossover, and they wanted to go death metal. And I tried out and I got the gig, and the name of the band at the time was called Macabre.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so we actually released the demo. It's on my YouTube actually, if you want to hear it. I mean, it's funny because I sound like a barking dog, barking at night. It's just trying, we'll still learn.
Hard for you to listen to it nowadays. Is it interesting?
No, I actually like the music. It's cool. It's just fun looking back. But anyhow, we released the demo, getting ready to do our first show, and then we found out about the Almighty Macabre from Illinois, so we had to change the name.
And who named Mortal Decay?
This is another good story. We all went home, and me, Aunt, and Aunt, we said let's make a list of band names, come back next practice, and see which one sounds the coolest. And the name Mortal Decay was on both my list and Anthony Ibri's list.
Ironically, or did you guys ever mention it to one another?
No, well, at the same time, we were calling our first song that, and so that's probably.
Excellent. Now, in the early days, it almost feels like a lifetime until you release your first album. It's always like demo after demo. Now, when you're able to release your album and you had the older songs.
Well, I actually quit before the song got signed.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I quit in '96.
Oh, that's right.
I got out of being I just got out of school. For the first time in my life doing it, I became an auto mechanic. I just wanted to lay low, and that's when Joe was probably, about a year and a half, year and a half, year or two. And then finally, after that, then they signed a Pulverizer deal. And their CD finally came out.
Now, in the early days, did you notice right away that you and John had something special, like with guitar-wise, or
I thought we gelled pretty instantly, I guess. It's funny too though, because when I first went over and jammed, he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So it was just like I learned the Grizzly Aftermath demo and went over and just jammed out with Ant. So it was pretty much Ant's decision, like, oh yeah, you could do it, man. So,
wow.
You could be you could jam with us if you want. So yeah. Because I had already liked them, their shows and everything.
Yeah, because you have such a distinctive sound all in itself, like you can.
Well, that was developed as we were working on songs for Sickening.
Yeah.
I think everything up to Apparitions was already written when I joined the band. Actually, everything on the Brutalizing Creations demo was already done.
Yeah.
So the first song I actually helped write with them was Meditated Through Me.
Awesome.
So, and then that's how we kind of knew that we could
match. Now,
that's right, because You weren't on for a while, so like pictures.
But I got pictures. Yeah.
Now, were you playing a lot back in the day, like early on, or did it take a while to bring that live?
We snagged them from a local band called Speed Christ. They were really
That's a cool
awesome.
name.
I got both of their demos still, actually.
Yeah, I'll let you hear some of that stuff.
So with Forensic, I mean, how old does some of that material go back to prior
The
to
last song we wrote was in 1999, and then the album finally came out.
But I mean, like the earliest material, was it like
97,
97?
between 97 and 99.
Cool. Now, you and I have talked a lot about prog. We love Yes and all the Led Zeppelin stuff. Did you guys feel that you're being proggy, or was it just you're just trying to focus on songwriting and those elements just kind of blended in?
Probably more so that, just more of a focus on kind of extending things.
Yeah.
Coming up with cool transitions between parts and
Would
stuff.
you guys just drink and just fucking write the craziest shit you could?
Pretty much everything, about 90% of Forensic was written on the spot.
Awesome.
So, right in the jam room. That's the way I like to do it.
I mean, even seeing how Anthony plays, there's a little element of improv. And I can see you guys like looking at each other to make sure you're getting through the songs, and I think that's what makes Forensic so special, is those elements and just the timing and chemistry as a band that a lot of bands can't do. I always get told about the atmosphere of that album too. That's what he's all about.
Yeah.
It was like there's something.
The whole riffing is like really morbid. I enjoy that a lot.
That's what
and it makes so well with the, I don't know, it has like not of a typical death metal drumming. It has a bit of a jazzy approach to it.
Oh yeah, he's the way into jazz. So.
And the whole vocal thing covers the whole music so great.
Yeah, if I may say so, I don't think I know a more unique vocal album, if I may say so, because like I play that for some people, and they're digging the music, and then the lyric, like the vocals are scaring them, and like the lows, and then the whispering, and you're just like, did that just naturally come out, or were you just like running ideas past guys, or were you just doing it?
No, actually, I had never heard the CD or any of the music at all. What happened was I had a hardcore band going at the time.
Yeah.
A band called Shopcore, and they had issues with the singer, and they were trying to lay down vocals for the album. And then Anthony called me up and said, "Hey, you want to do them?" I'm like, "Sure." So I showed up at the studio.
Yeah.
And
Just kind of went in and did it line by line.
Yeah, and Anthony told me. And we sat up two chairs, and we went line by each throughout the whole entire CD. And that was like, okay, throughout this year.
He knew exactly what he wanted.
And that's
Because Kelly was originally
honestly, I'm not 100% happy with the release on that.
Really?
Because another thing too, that was my first death metal album. After the analog days, that was my first death metal digital.
It felt a little weird.
Right, and as technical as it is, because I'm a technical dude. I'm in IT for 20 years. I have to stay up at all the bright times to keep up with newer technologies.
Yeah.
But for when it comes to audio, I miss analog and reel. I'm not, especially nowadays with the whole compression to MP3 formatting and all.
It takes the life out of everything.
Yeah, I miss the analog days. And, I developed my voice in an analog studio. I don't think I could ever get my vocals to be like I was on the Dawn of Misery Definitely.
Yeah.
Because of that reason. So that's my next goal. Whenever we try to record, I want to try to match that Dawn of Misery demo again. So I've had a love-hate relationship with vocals on that album.
Is there anything in the works? You guys working on any ideas? Or?
Yeah, we've been working on a couple of John songs. He's got some stuff.
Yeah, it's in the pipeline. It's happening, but it's slowly the process.
Is the lineup as it is right now? Is it a solid lineup? Because you had a couple of
everything but a bass player.
Now you're
the four of us aren't going anywhere. We've got a funny bass player.
Well, as long as I keep working with my work.
Do you play bass?
Yeah. Do I play bass?
No, as a song.
Yeah, we're looking for a bass player.
I shoot a bass player ad.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't think of a bigger opportunity to play with old school.
We prefer anyone, but we don't real. We want to try to avoid the long distance thing. So anyone within an hour, or even maybe an hour, and maybe 2 hour radius of the Philadelphia area. So an hour, yeah, about an hour radius in the Philadelphia area would be great.
Now, I got to go back to Forensic because like the lyrics are some of the craziest lyrics.
That's it.
And did you remember seeing them? Like he would bring them to you guys, and were you just kind of blown away at times? Like
Just reading through some of his, just jotting down ideas, things. You know, like before he was even putting stuff together. Was like, dude, this stuff is gonna be massive.
Yeah, Anthony's a very great lyricist.
yeah, he could be an author. You know what I mean? Because it's very
Just some of the things, I mean,
enticing.
I was actually just telling my girlfriend, I'm like, look, you got to just take that CD and read it, because she's an avid reader and she likes the horror stuff. Just some of the stuff that pops in my head, you know. I kept her teeth to remind me of her smile.
Yeah, I can't.
No sexual acts, just for the insane thrill of killing. Yeah, you know, shit like that.
Crazy.
No,
Just weird things he comes up with on this video.
You spoke of yesterday a crazy tour you did in 2000.
Oh yeah.
You mind discussing a bit of that? Because it sounded pretty.
We did the first bloodletting tour, booked through Unique Leader.
Crazy.
Unique Leader was just getting started at the time, actually.
Wow.
The first album they put out was Path of the Weekly.
Yeah.
That was their very first release, and then they got us all together because they wanted to sign us. And they were looking to try to get Cephalic Carnage too, so they figured getting the whole tour together like that would be good for the label, you know. But Cephalic ended up signing with Relapse anyway. But it was us, Disgorge, Cephalic Carnage, and Deeds of Flesh.
Wow.
In the States for about 6.5.
Do you remember the order the bands played? Who played
Everybody
first?
flip flops. So
that's great.
one night we would open, and then Disgorge would go on, and then
Wow.
Cephalic, and then Deeds. And
Yeah.
The next night it would be Disgorge, then us, then Deeds, and Cephalic the headline.
That's
So we
such
pretty like co-headlining, co-opening, you know, that kind of thing.
that's such an array of bands and styles. I mean,
Yeah, it was
fucking crazy.
It was way different every night.
Yeah, I mean, how long was that? 7 weeks?
About 6.5, 7 weeks.
Jesus. And then after that, did you guys just continue to play, or did you take a break, or would you?
Well,
just
we wanted
do a few
to
shows
come
a year?
home and record the Forensic album.
Yeah.
We had all the music written, and it's just with delays and stuff. We just couldn't get it together when we wanted to. It could have been out way earlier than it was.
Well, I mean, that's happens to every band, you know, stuff like that. So.
But I guess over about 9 months, we were in every weekend, and then there would be like a month break, a couple weekends in a row, and then a couple months break. You know. So we started in January, it didn't finish until September. So I had actually the final mix I have is September 9th, 2001. So,
And Cadaver was a few years later. Like,
Yeah.
What year was that?
05.
05.
That
What
was a
happened?
rush job.
Yeah. You wish you could redo it, sort of thing?
I wish we could have taken more time at the time. I don't know if we would redo it now, but
Yeah.
UL wanted to get it out so we could get to Europe. And, you know, so we barely had any time to really do it. And then the singer that we had at that time blew his voice out.
Oh, God.
So then Anthony came in and did a song. We had a guy from a band called Supremia that was local to us coming to do a few songs. So it was like it was a clusterfuck, really.
Oh, it happens. I mean, it's unfortunate.
There's good material on that album, and it could have been good, but was just too rushed.
Is that that's your breeding the spawn?
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess I could say that. Even though breeding was fucking still the shit.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I enjoyed Cadaver art. I liked it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I like the songs. It just didn't come out to anywhere near what we wanted. Just
It was good. It had good music on it, but like coming as a Mortal Decay fan, I think the drumming was just too fast for the that kind of.
Well, we we had a lot of issues with the drums on that because the way we had them set up was Justin had the DM5 trigger module, and then he had that running into another one on the guy's board that we had, and then into the interface. So there was a lot of latency. So we had to go through and edit everything.
Oh, God.
It took days.
It's exactly what he's saying earlier about analog, and that's kind of takes the life out of everything. It's forces.
I wish we could record really max recording, at least the vocals.
That's what I was going to say. I would love it. You could probably get tape vocals.
And now with Matt, with the Blood Splatter album, I fucking was blown away by it. I really loved it.
Thanks, man.
How was it with Monty and Danny Nelson?
Well, Monty was in the band for a while.
Yeah.
He joined us in 08. So he was around for a lot of the writing of that album.
Awesome.
And then he would probably still be in the band if he never moved to New York.
Just kidnap him tonight.
Well, he moved up there, and then
We could do
I
it.
honestly think that's one of the reasons why we're bass playerless. I mean, no disrespect. All our bass players we have were good friends of mine. I didn't know Lonnie personally, but I think he was probably the best bassist Mortal Decay has had.
the best technically sound.
Right,
And just a cool motherfucker.
Yeah,
like just chillest dude.
Right, exactly. I mean, I don't really know him personally, but he seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I mean,
If anyone can play Malignancy, you're like,
Oh yeah.
phenomenal.
right. So
musician.
now they have to try to get somebody to match that closely,
Yeah.
And Ron was great too. He was more forensic album.
Yeah.
But and so they had two. So there was Lonnie, and then there was Ron.
Yeah.
They had two really great bass players, and now
Or lefty, as we call it.
yeah, they need to get
Lefty.
somebody. They need to get somebody at that level.
No, it's tough.
Yeah.
Bass players are almost harder than drummers at times to find a good one. Almost.
It seems like ever since the whole Guitar Hero boom, everyone wants to play guitar. all these younger kids.
We find guitar players that like to jam on bass,
Yeah.
not real like technical bass players, technically bass players.
So any bands you're looking forward to the next day or so?
You know what? I haven't looked at the list today yet, but definitely looking forward to seeing Devourment with Ruben. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool. So
Cool.
yeah.
I mean, today or just in general?
Just in general, yeah.
Man, I gotta think. Actually, for today, I'm flying home tonight. It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
I really wanted to see Waking with Jesus with Justin. That's the one thing that's bothering me this weekend. I'm not gonna be able to see that.
I'm gonna miss them too.
I would love to get there. I was telling Justin yesterday I would love to set up, maybe do something in South Jersey with him, or the tri-state area where we're from.
Oh, and of course, Defeat Insanity. Lily told me they're playing a new song, so
I heard that,
I
yeah.
look forward to hearing that.
Good stuff. Anything you want to reach out to the fans and say, or as far as like a message of what you guys hope to do in the future, or
I'd say a big thank you. It's an honor, and I just can't thank our fans enough. I mean, yeah, it's awesome.
well, they appreciate everything you guys have done. You've influenced the scene, I think, a lot more than you guys maybe want to give credit to.
Maybe
but-
people were really looking forward for you guys to.
Yeah.
I mean, every show I play, I just love the fans. I love interacting with the fans.
It's
I
crazy
try
the
to
amount of
stage
time
dive
you've actually
once
been
per show,
around.
Yeah, your stage presence is fucking sick, dude.
Thank
Like
you.
just the way you jump around, like no one can touch that. So
That's the hardcore punk rock.
well, it's like I see it in Ron Malignancy, the way he just jumps around. Like no one moves like that in death metal much, So it's always brings life to the
Well, I
performance.
mean, I love death metal. I mean, I don't know everything inside and out of it like you guys do, and Joe. It's got to be something to really reach out and grab me from. Really love it.
Yeah.
I'm loving a lot of this old school comeback. Like hideous stuff.
Going back to the roots.
Gruesome, yeah.
Yeah.
There's that one Outer Heaven. There.
Yeah, Outer Heaven from our area is pretty sick.
I really enjoy that, but I love a lot of just underground music in general. I'm just as big as a fan as hardcore, especially the late 90s hardcore, where I had my chopper band going in those times when the whole Earth Crisis and everything blew up.
Yeah.
And I love a lot of punk rock, especially before pop in the 90s, like
Of course.
when it was still underground, like Bad Religion, Pennywise,
Yeah.
Dead Milk, Dead Kennedys, DRI is like they're like my Beatles. I tell everybody.
Of course.
So I like it all. A lot of thrash metal, all that. before death metal began, all like Dark Angel.
It all adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse probably wants to know.
Yeah, that's all my shit.
It's all my
Your favorite
shit.
thrash metal.
Yeah, favorite thrash.
Top 3 thrash.
Top 3 thrash.
Not to put you on the spot.
I gotta think. Dark Angel, Demolition Hammer, and number 1 is DRI.
Nice.
DRI, absolutely. Yeah.
Mine's always Coroner first, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Corner?
Coroner, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
How about
Coroner.
you, Joe? What's your top 3 thrash?
I wasn't like a huge thrash head, but I love Forbidden.
Yeah.
First 2 records are untouchable.
Pre-Black album.
R.I.P. Tim Calvert.
Pre-Black
Yeah.
Metallica. Pre-Black album. Pre-Black Metallica.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yeah, that'd be your first.
Justice for All is probably my favorite thrash album of all time.
Yeah, I will. That's my mix.
Best intro. Blacken's like the best.
Yeah, I know. I love
I didn't, and you know what? You know what's funny? Up until that YouTube video that came out a couple of years ago, I had no idea that it was turned backwards.
Okay.
You know?
The big 4, Anthrax, Slayer. I'm not heavily a Megadeth guy, but the Rust in Peace album.
Yeah, that album.
The Rust in Peace album.
But those are the givens.
I like the early heroin shit. You know.
It's all, he always says frothing from the mouth.
Yeah.
Riffs. Like, I hate James Hetfield. Cool.
Death Angel.
It was funny. I was talking to someone last night actually, and they said that somebody should shoot a poison dart with heroin in his neck.
Yeah.
So that way he could just write the sickest shit again.
Or alcohol into James. Just in,
Yeah.
Well, no, what else too though was interesting. There's a whole new thrash movement, you know, like
Yeah.
look at Municipal Waste,
yeah.
Birth AD. You ever check them out? Yeah, check them out. Birth AD, dude. Good stuff. Iron Reagan, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, our buddies in Vancouver are really cool too. They're called Terrifier.
I'll have to check them out.
Wicked
I'll
lead
send you a
players.
link,
You'd
yeah.
be all over that.
Really?
Yeah.
Check them out. Cool.
Yeah, but I want to thank you once again. We're gonna wrap this up, and you know, Las Vegas Death Fest. All the fans love seeing you guys. Thank you, Joe. And
Yeah, bro.
Thanks.
Guy behind the camera.
keep it sick.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.